All right, so our good friends over at Apple has just released the new Logic Pro 11.2 update. It is not only for your DAW, but it's for your iOS device as well. So for you iPad users, you can update to the new Logic 11.2 on your iPad as well. Now, they have a whole bunch of new features, which I will cover, but the new stem separation feature in this new Logic Pro update is insane. There is no DAW that has these advanced stem separation features inside of it, and we're going to go ahead and cover that really quickly today. Now, like I said before, they do have a lot of great updates, but for me being a producer, this new stem splitter inside of Logic is insanely good, okay? It is the best DAW stem splitter out right now. And of course, we know that they have other stem splitters that you can use like RipX or whatever that's really advanced. But so far as the DAW stem splitters, this is the best stem splitter that is out. So let's go ahead and check out the new advanced stem splitter and the new Logic Pro 11.2 update. Bolo! All right, this new stem splitter inside of Logic is incredible. And like I said before, they have some other updates, but this was the one update that I was really waiting to do and something I want to really show you guys. So right now we have a loop in here from Splice, and I hope I don't get a copyright claim because we know how that goes, but hopefully we won't have those problems today. But we do have this sample in here right now, and this is how it sounds. All right, as you guys can hear, it has a few elements in it. It has pretty much a drum, bass, piano, guitar, vocals, all that good stuff in here. And we're gonna go ahead and stem this out. Now, with the new advanced stem splitter inside of Logic, they made it to where it could really carve out these samples. And I'm gonna show you guys right now. So to get into the actual stem splitter, if you guys don't know how to do it inside of Logic, just right click on it, go to processing, go to stem splitter. Once we get into stem splitter, as you guys can see, we have it on separate all stems. And as you guys can see, we still have the normal stem separation with the vocals, the drums, the bass, and the other, but now we have two more, which is the guitar and the piano. So we have more to split up, which out of any DAW, these are the most stems you can do. So you can't do this in any other DAW. Now, we all know in another program called RipX, you can do more, but just for the DAW's sake, this is the only DAW that has these other two options with guitar and piano. Now, another thing you can do is we can actually do submixes in here, and I will show you guys how to do that in a second, but let's go ahead and split this all the way up. And let's see how this thing sounds, because they did an excellent job with whatever tools or whatever coding or whatever they did to be able to go through and separate these stems very well. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's click on apply. All right, so as you guys can see, we got everything stemmed out, and let's go ahead and go through each one of these stems one by one. So let's go ahead and go through the vocals right now and see how these sound. Slow it down, That is crazy. It really digged out those vocals out of there. So let's go ahead and go to the drums. Let's see how these sound. Come on now. That's actually pretty doggone clear. I hear the cymbal, I hear the hi-hat, I hear the snare, I hear the kick. It sounds pretty clear now. Sounds pretty clear. All right, let's go to the bass right now. Let's hear this. Sounds really good too. All right, let's go ahead and go to the guitar part. This is something that we didn't have before, but let's go ahead and see if this thing can dig out the guitar out of the track. Let's see. Now, it's not perfect, but it did dig out that guitar out of the track. Very impressed how it did that. All right, let's go ahead and go to the piano. Let's see how this thing sounds and see if it could dig this out of there as well, because of course this was pretty much bunched into the other category. Like if we were doing it in any other program, of course the guitar and the piano would have been the other. But let's see what it does with the piano part in here, since we now can stem this out. That is crazy. That is crazy. Now, just for, see if it's going to pick up anything, let's go to other and see if they picked up anything in the other. I don't think they did. Nah, I didn't pick up anything. But now we have all of this. Also, they have another tool in here to where you can use submixes with your stem. So let's go back into here. Let's go to processing. Let's go to stem splitter. As you guys can see right here, it's set on separate all stems. So it's going to separate everything. But let's just say, for instance, you want to separate just the vocals and the instrumental. So basically what we can do is we can press on this, and then it's going to have the vocals as its own separate stem, and then it's going to take all the instrumentals and put them in a submix right here. And then we can go right inside the submix and decide what we want in this actual submix. So we can go right here, click apply, and then now we have just our vocals that are right here. And then we have a bounce of all of the instrumental. And then we combine both of them. Now let's try something a little different. Let's go back into here. Let's go back into stem splitter, and let's go ahead and do like vocals, instruments, drums, and bass. So we're going to do that, select that, and as you guys can see, it's going to split up the vocals, the drums, the bass, and then everything else is going to be in a submix. So we're going to press apply on that. And then now, once we play this, we have the vocals, and we have the drum separated, and then we have the bass separated. And then we have the piano and the guitar. Which is pretty much how it was like the old school way. That would have been like the other. But as you guys can see, you can do submixes in here as well to split up certain things and then just have everything else combined. So it's cool. I don't know how many people are going to use it that way, but it is an option. So at least they gave us the option to do that. Come on. I know Logic has a lot of new updates in here. They have a lot of new updates, which I am going to cover some more of these updates, but they sprung this on me early this morning, so I didn't really have any time to really put this together like that. But so far as the stem splitter, this thing is the best DAW splitter that is out right now. I can't say it's the best stem splitter ever, but for a stem splitter to be inside of a DAW, an all-in-one stem splitter inside of a program, this right now is the best DAW stem splitter out right now. Okay? They did an awesome job with doing this. And if you guys have not downloaded the new Logic 11.2 update, you need to go ahead and download it right now and check this feature out. And I will be doing some of the other features very soon. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.